Hey! WolfGxngDon, never lagging. 2K bills to the fraction. Breaking it down to the pound, puts news and views on tips to get you cracking. It don't stop till we on top, with brick by brick we gotta build. Give a like and drop a sub, this WolfGxngDon, you know it's real. Never chill, sauce it up, we stacking, getting bills. Peep the traction, getting badges, 2K champ, that's how it feels. This the dawn, yeah. Running it up, no time to play. You know what's on, yeah. The greatest builds inside 2K.
What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Don back here with another build video, man, and today I got y'all covered with a beastly, crazy OP power forward build. Now, for this build, I'm going crazy on the finishing for sure. And I'm gonna just be making sure this build can do a little bit of everything as far as finishing, shooting, you know, make sure this build can pass out, rebound, you know, pretty much everything that a power forward is going to need to do. So all right, man, we can go ahead and get started. This build is at power forward. We're gonna make it right-handed. Jersey number is completely up to you. As usual, man, we're going 6'9", 234 pounds. We got a 7'7" wingspan and solid for the body type. Now, all right, for the close shot, we will be putting close shot on this build. Even though you're a power forward, I want you to be able to score inside on this build like crazy. So we're going with an 85 for the close shot. You already see all of the stuff we get. We got fearless finisher on goal. We got fast twitch on goal. This build is gonna go crazy for sure, man. For the driving layup, I'm gonna take this up to an 87, and we're doing this just for the badge count, you know what I'm saying? This build is gonna be able to finish inside with the best of them, and don't forget shoot. Now the driving dunk, we're gonna take this up to an 87 as well. Like I told you, I'm doing this for the badge count. Now we're gonna take this standing dunk up to a 75, and this is for dunk packages, man. There's a few packages that you get around this rating that I definitely want to see on this build. Now for the 3-point shot, we're gonna take this up to an 81. We will need to make sure we get that catch and shoot on gold, just to make sure that this build is just perfect when it comes to being able to do its supportive role and, you know, spacing the floor, but also being able to go crazy with the finishing. So we're going with an 81 for the 3-point shot, a 71 for the mid-range shot, and for the free throw, we're gonna take this up to a 72. Now on the free throw, if you want to, you know, dial this back just a little bit, I wouldn't go lower than 70, 65 at the very lowest, man. Anything lower than that, you're going to start leaving some points at the line, man. And I don't even want y'all to go through that. Put on free throw 7. It's nice, silky, smooth, and go crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? Now for the pass accuracy, we're going to take this up to a 76. The only thing we aiming for here, truly in the pass accuracy, is to make sure we get break starter on gold, man. My very favorite badge. And you can also go ahead and get needle threader sent tier 2. If you make the build a little bit taller, 6'10", it is going to put needle threader in tier 3. That is not what we want, man. We only got 8 badges. So now we're gonna take the ball handle, just leave it right there at 42. We'll take the speed with ball up to a 29. We're not trying to worry about, you know, dribbling and all that other stuff. We are making this build to be a support role on the team, a role player, man, mostly finishing and a little bit of shooting and a lot of defense, man. Now for the interior, we're going to go absolutely crazy. Take this interior up to a 90. That's gonna get you some very good badges. And when I say very good badges, I'm talking about one badge, man, post lockdown. When there's a big man going crazy, you can go ahead and stop all that stuff, man. Stop all the foolishness. And now for perimeter defense, we're gonna take this up to an 86. We're gonna max that thing out. We wanna be able to get clamps on this build. And once again, if you go 6'10", you can't get clamps at all. Now for the steal, we're gonna leave it right there at 51. Before the block, we're gonna take this up to an 87, so we can go ahead and get that silver anchor, man. This build needs to be able to do quite a bit because you're not the primary big, but you will be one of the bigs down there playing defense. Now I'm gonna do something a little crazy, a little different than what y'all are probably used to seeing. I'm going to take this offensive rebound up to a 93, so you will be able to crash those old boards. And with that, we're going to make sure we add some speed to this build, so even when you do crash the offensive boards, that you can still get back on defense, man. That is very, very important. If you want to crash those boards on offense, make sure you got the speed to get back on defense. Otherwise, you're putting your team at a disadvantage, man. Now for the defensive rebound, we're going to take that up to a 90. Now for the speed, man, we're gonna take this up to a 79, aka max that thing out. Acceleration, max that thing out. For the strength, we're gonna take this up to an 89, aka max that thing out. And last but not least, man, we're gonna put something on the stamina. Actually, for the strength, we're only gonna take it up to an 85, man. We're gonna take the strength up to an 85. That's my bad. My bad, players mess up too. We're gonna take the vertical up to an 80. And you gotta go ahead and make sure you take this off of post control. Sometimes when you do stuff to builds, make sure you go and just look at all your stats. Make sure you're getting everything that you want. And last but not least, we're gonna take the stamina up to a 90, man. And the final build has 21 finishing badge points, 17 shooting, 8 playmaking, and 26 of them things on defense, man. Now time to get into these takeovers because we do got some pretty good ones. So the ones that I went with are of course up there, spot up and pain intimidation. But the thing that makes this build special is that this is a power forward that can get perimeter lockdown takes. You know what I'm saying? You can get those glass cleaning takes. You do whatever matches your play style, but for me, as far as like it goes playing pro-am or playing in the rec, if I was on this build, I would be using spot up and pain intimidation. Now, all right, we can go ahead and continue so I can show you the shades of. Shades of are pretty nice, man. Got 2 power forwards in here that are really good. I don't know much about Kevin McHale. I know who it is, but I don't know much about him. But shades of Kevin McHale, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley is probably one of my favorite young players right now. But all right, man, without further ado, it is time for me to show y'all these badges, man, because the badges are what makes the builds. Now I'm gonna show you the badges that you definitely need to get, the ones that you should not run without, man. I'm gonna go ahead and put Fearless on here and Limitless on here, and that's just to get into tier 3. Like I said, we went through all that trouble to get Fast Switch. Go ahead and put Fast Switch on there, and then we're gonna core Posterizer. Once you core Fast Switch, you'll have even more badges to play with, you know what I'm saying? But those are the primary badges that you definitely need if you're one of those oop catching fellas, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and put Aerial Wizard on. While I don't feel like it is completely necessary, it is something that's fun to have, you know what I'm saying? It's a good badge to have, and I like it. For shooting, we just gonna make sure that we can get exactly what we need, man. We're gonna have to put points in the green machine. We're gonna have to put 3 into volume shooter and 3 into Claymore. I feel like Claymore is definitely something you need on this build. You'll probably be like, you know, standing on the wing waiting to get the ball, and when you get the ball, go ahead and splash that thing. Claymore will help you do that. And last but not least, we're gonna put on catch and shoot. Even without coring anything, this build has everything it needs in shooting, man. If you want to put some extra stuff on, like maybe like a dead eye or blinders or even limitless range, you can get that on bronze. You know what I'm saying? You can do that on this build. I made the space to make sure that y'all are covered, even without coring stuff, because even on the finishing, I would highly suggest putting Fast Switch on. As soon as you get enough badge points, I would run it just like this. These 3 golds right here, you'll probably be good. And then later on, if you want to core Posterizer or you want to add some extra badges so you can get rise up, you can do what you want to do, man. Now, for the playmaking, I already said it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to put Needle Threader on silver. And then for the last few badge points, we're going to put Break Starter on. Now, whatever you want to do with that last badge left over is completely up to you. You really don't need anything else. So put the badge where you want. You can put it in Hyperdrive, for example. Now, for the defense, you know what I'm saying, we gonna really go crazy with the defense as well. So the main badges that you need to make sure you get, Chase Down Artist, that's important for this build. And luckily on the 6-9s you get one huge bonus as opposed to going 6-10. So on the 6-9 we got Box Out Beast in tier 1. It saves you a ton of badge points. We want Box Out Beast on gold. We want On-Ball Pest on Hall of Fame. I suggest always putting this as high as you can. We can go ahead and put Clamps on the build, and we still got 10 badges left. We can go ahead and put on Anchor and then Core Rebound Chaser once you can actually do that. We still got some points left. So like I said, you know, you want to add some of these other badges. So we got points left here, 4. You only need 1 more to get another tier 3, and we got 4 in defense as well. You only need to add 1 more to get a tier 3. Like if you want to run Brick Wall or if you want to run Pogo, just add the badges that you need. So in finishing, I'll probably add that 1, and then in defense you can go ahead and add 3 so you can get Pogo Stick on gold. It is a very good badge to have because a lot of the times when you jump or you're going for a rebound, you're out of position, Pogo will help you kind of like regain that position a little bit faster. And I say just a little bit faster. Like if you can see my hand right now, it's tiny. It's like almost touching, a little bit faster. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it for me on this video. If you got some time, go ahead and check out some of my most recent joints. I dropped a whole Pro-Am video of one of our games recently And I'm gonna try to keep that up, dropping more pro-am. Every time we get a game in, win, lose, or draw, I'm gonna go ahead and drop some content on it, making sure I keep y'all in the loop about, you know, this casual guy like myself, starting to make that transition into a more competitive 2K. Also been playing Play Now. Let me know if y'all want to see some Play Now content. I haven't dropped any yet. But yeah, I'll go ahead and catch y'all boys in the next one. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. Peace.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby, down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the